How's it going? I'm gonna go do a evening move real quick. The goats are unhappy about something. When aren't goats unhappy? Show you something here. I just mowed not too long ago, and it's becoming to look like a jungle out here. And I mowed this yellow stuff here. I mowed over there. You can kind of see the line right there. I mowed that really short, and it's bounced back like crazy. It's amazing what some heat, humidity, and moisture will do. But the cows, I got to run them a new pen, or a new lane, and they're hollering at me. They're ready. And you can see, maybe, right there, I weed whacked all the way around the pig fence. Hey guys. They're flirting with each other through the fence. Anyways, I weed whacked underneath the pig fence. Oh man, it's really bad here. Look at this. It's like way tall. So I weed whacked around the pig fence. It hasn't been that long ago, and it's already grown back. I love how fast the grass is growing back. It's amazing, but there are downfalls, and that is one of them. But you know what? I'd much rather that than the alternative of not having any grass. And it smells so good out here. Let's see, when I got home from work yesterday, I emptied the rain gauge out. I want to say there was like, I'll put a picture, but I want to say there was like 1.25 inches maybe in the rain gauge, 1.5 inches, something like that. And then today when I got home from work, because it rained bad, not bad, it rained good this morning, and then it cleared out and got sunny. But when I got home tonight, there was like 1 inch again. So, you know, we got like 2.5 inches roughly over the last 48 hours, which is amazing. And actually right now it feels really good outside. It's humid, definitely humid, but man, it just feels good. It's there's a little bit of a breeze. Hopefully it's not messing with the microphone too much, but it's really nice. I have realized when it comes to electric fence that if you don't keep it charged, every once in a while they'll test it. And I found this out with this group of cows right there, and also with the bulls, that if the fence is not hot, they stop respecting it, and then you just can't keep them in with the hot wire. But once it's hot again, they're like, nah, we're good, bro, we don't want that. So you can see this is the strip they're on, and I've been breaking it up into sections as I go. So, you know, as I go along, I break it up into sections, and they get a section a day. And you can see they've topped it, and they've trampled some. There's still some that's booted. I like seeing that right there where they've laid down and you know, laid it over and all that. It's not too puggy from the rain, and so I like it. So I'm going to make them a strip over here. So they'll have this. This is probably, I mean, the stuff right here that's seeded, I'd say that's probably at least 24 inches, some of it probably. And then there's some good stuff down in there. We got some clover that's really looking good. That clover has really exploded with the heat. So I was supposed to have built this fence last night, but I moved them. Hey sugar, hey sweetie. I moved them And then I remembered I forgot. Oh, that's my microphone. I remembered that I needed to do something for work, so I had to go get my truck. And then I just got lazy. I should have done it, but I didn't. I really like being pet right there. Oh yeah. Hey Spice. Hey sweets. Oh, and they're all in heat. So the cool thing about it is, hey, stop it. Cool thing about it is crazy girls. Oh, stop it. So there's Sugar, beautifulness. Oh yeah, she knows it too. And there's her baby, Sweet Pea. And there's Spicy. And there's Baldy Calf. We call her 42 because that's her ear tag. And then there's 49. She's 349 right there. And then that one is 955. I call her 55. And then the Baldy back there is 901. And then there's little Yanny. And then behind Fat 955 there is a little girl who's 901's baby this year. So I'm going to get the four-wheeler started, English and all, and then run them another pin. You can see they've already been on this, so we started on that side, basically at that tree line right there. We started April 13th, and today is May 12th, so almost a month they've been on that. On this, and we still have basically to get to not only to that tree line, but on the other side is the fence line. So we probably still have several weeks in this field, and then when they're done, they're going to go back down over there into the bottom, what we call the bottom 40. So right now we're in the hay field. That'll be the bottom 40. And then we've got a middle field and a lower field, the horse field, and the pond field. I know it's confusing. Even Caitlin has a hard time with it. But I'm going to try to get in here without letting anybody out. And then we'll run them another stretch, and then get them a bite to eat tonight. They'll be happy for it. I see. Yeah, watch out. Oh, yes. Guineas too, they gotta have their say. The goal is to do this without letting anybody out. Just like that. Hey little girl. That's a good looking calf right there. She's a good looking girl. She's super curious about the four-wheeler always too. So she is her calf, and he, little bull calf, is Sweet Potato's calf. So this stuff here, this tall stuff, it's called poison hemlock, and I don't want it on my farm. So I try to keep it cut back as much as I can, but it grows like crazy. Typically the cows won't eat it unless they're over hungry, and so they, you know, cows are pretty smart when it comes to eating. They don't want to eat stuff that's going to hurt them. And I remembered something too. Goofy me. Is I have another paddock set up there where I can move them. I forgot about it. So we'll probably go do that so they're not over here bellowing and carrying on. And then I can show you what I meant. What I'd like to have more of. So I showed you this hemlock. There's some there flowering out. Gets really tall and it looks pretty stuff, but it looks like pretty stuff, I should say. What I'd like to have more of though is that right there. It's going to be some good orchard grass. It's going to seed for me. So I like that orchard grass. It's good stuff. There's some Kentucky bluegrass. And then if I'm not mistaken, this stuff here that's seeded out is broom sage. I'm definitely a lot less fan of broom sage than I am the fescue, the Kentucky bluegrass, the orchard grass. I'd love to have a lot more orchard grass. But I'm seeing some pretty good ones. I've seen some common vetch in here. There's a little bit of clover. There's what's called yellow top, or yellow hop I should say, which is another form of clover. And then there's some weeds that the cows don't necessarily prefer, won't eat. So I'd like to get some more stuff, some more good grass in here. I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see it. The glisten. It's humid, and I'm still a big boy. So this is what I mean by a paddock division. Let's climb over. So I've got this wire stretches out to the back fence. Then there's that wire stretches down to the back fence. And then this one in the middle that prevents the cows from getting over there. So this is a good representation. This is what they're on right now, what they'll be moving to right there. And so this will hold them for until tomorrow. I forgot that I'd done this. So they'll be in here tomorrow for until tomorrow evening. And then I'll move them over there, but I'm going to run that fence tonight. I think that's why I ended up not running it last night, is because I knew that I had this one. But then I forgot about it today, because, you know, I don't remember things. I'll show you how there we go. So I just tie this with a simple slip knot. And so it's touching this wire. This is the wire that's got the fence charger on it. Travels through this wire to the other side. So they're both energized, except for last night when I forgot to turn it on. I just take it off and watch this. Come on, cows! Come on, cows! Come on, cows! Usually them baldies won't be the first. It'll be Sugar. She's coming. Little Yammy maybe. Come on, cows! Hey, Sugar. Hey, Sugar. Yep, you gotta leave the camera alone. Oh, yeah. Hey, 49. Good girl. Yeah. Hey, 55. How you doing? Hey, sweet pea. Hey, sweet pea. Oh, good girl. Yeah, the flies, huh? Come on, 901. Good girl. Yeah. You need to tell your baby to start sucking some milk. You got a full udder there. Hey, Spice. Good girl. Yeah, good girl, Spicy. Good girl. I'm glad I had this. I forgot about it, so I'm glad that I had this for them to go into tonight. That way I can run the new one without too much hassle and trouble. I think they're happy too. So it just goes straight back. You can see where it's connected to the fence there, and then connected to the fence there. There's almost nothing I like better than hearing the cows chompy chompy. And it's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love this place. I just love it. Love it so much. I just can't say enough good about it. So anyway, I wanted to show you how I take this off. So you saw me untie it from there. I try to keep this as straight as I can. Makes it easier to roll up. I take it off, and I always give that a good smack like that, because spiders and other bugs really like these things, even if they only sit here for a day. So wire off, give it a smack, and then smacky smack. Take the wire off, give it a smack, smack on the ground again. And that's about all we can do. If there's bugs on it after that, there's bugs on it. And then for this, I just have leftover spools, and I loop it. So now it's unlooped. I just kind of try to reel it just a little bit. Just like that. And then I found that if you do it this way, it tangles a lot less, because it allows the wire to kind of spin down there. Let's see if I can, allows the wire to spin a little bit, and so it tangles a lot less, but it does get tangled in some of the grass every once in a while. And that's that. Now I've got my posts, my little spool. Going back over to the four-wheeler. I'm going to cut some more of that poison hemlock, and then I'm going to run them another paddock, another pin, another run here. So I'll stay to this side of the trees, these trees here, so they'll have some afternoon shade. I wish I had more shade trees out here in this field. The reason why we call this the hay field is because the people before us always cut hay on it. You can see I made a little bit of a dent right there. I could spend hours down here though. All that in there is either some curly dock or that poison hemlock. So I don't have to go in there with what I'd like to do is come in through here with a brush hog or something. But my brush hog is not here. Man, look at that. Sunset is just gorgeous. Now that I got a good sweat going, I just love this. This is beautiful weather. And I've been trying to train myself a little bit to get more used to the heat and the humidity. So during the day at work, I've actually not been using air conditioner, just using windows rolled down. So far it's going pretty good. The only time that I use it, the air conditioner, is if I'm talking on the phone or have like a conference call or a meeting or something like that that I do from the cab of my truck, then I'll use the air conditioner then. But I've been trying to train myself, get my body to adapt to the heat a little bit better. And you know, we know this from exercising, from learning how to ride a bike, from everything in life. The only way really to grow, or the best way to grow, I should say, is to be uncomfortable. And it can get very uncomfortable without air conditioning. I feel like something's crawling on my ear. Do you guys see anything? Is there a tick? If I watch this video and I see a tick, I'm going to be mad at you for not letting me know. I also need to remember to drink more water. So the way that I do this is not the most efficient way that I could do it, but I do it this way for a couple reasons. First is I want to be able to see the grass and see how the ground is doing and see how everything looks. The second reason is it's good exercise. Walking is good exercise, and I enjoy being out here walking. So what I do is I grab my reel. There it is. There's my finger. I always get backwards, like, so I grab my reel right there, some posts, I hook it to the fence, and then I walk. And every so often I just step in a post and I keep walking. And then when I get to the end of posts, I grab 6 or 8 posts at a time. I come back and I grab the four-wheeler and I drive it up to the end. And then I just start that process over. So I'll kind of let you watch some of it. I know it's not the most efficient way to do it, but it's the way I do it, and it's the way I like to do it. All right, I got my reel. I grabbed 4 posts. Usually I just grab 4 for the start, and I'll go hook it to the fence. So you can see right here is where the sort of temporary pig pen is. Penny and the babies used to be in here, and the babies kept getting out. And seemed like no matter what we did, they just kept getting out. So what I did was I just ran that wire all the way down to that fence, and you can see the reel. Whoa, easy. You can see the reel right there. So I hook the reel to that fence, I lock it, and then I just put tension on it. They'll stay out of where the pigs should be. They'll have to where that reel is and that fence line going down that way. Old Smitty is trying to get lucky. Hey Penny. Hey Penny. Is he bugging you? Is he bugging you? Don't you bite. They're testing the fence, seeing how close to each other they can get. Yeah, I definitely need to work on that. Is he touching that wire? Usually when one of them touches it, you know, because they'll scream. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to run just a little cross fence. That way they'll have their first paddock. So whenever I move them tomorrow, all I have to do is open up this little bit right here, call them, they'll come in here, and then they'll have their first paddock, and I'll bring the water over and everything like that. So I'm gonna run that really quick, and I know it's probably wrong, but I kind of enjoy them getting shocked every once in a while. It's good that they get shocked, that they mind the fence and they, you know, stay where they're supposed to be. So it's it sounds terrible, but you know, it doesn't hurt them bad like it would you or I. Animals are a lot tougher than we are, but it's good that they learn to respect that fence, because I tell you what, them pigs are strong, and if they knew they could, there's not a single fence that would ever hold a pig in. And so you use psychological, and the psychological in this case is the pain of getting shocked. So yeah, it sounds bad, but I enjoy it when they get shocked. I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. Video gets censored or something. Anyway, I'm going to set this up real quick. Oh! It wasn't a bad shock, which is unfortunate, which means that the fence isn't really working all that great. But I heard the snap and then a little bit of a hurt. I don't know if it came through on the microphone. That fence definitely needs some work tomorrow. I appreciate you being here with me. I appreciate you watching. It's been a beautiful night. I'm sweaty. It's very humid. Although, now that the sun's down, it's actually kind of starting to cool off a little bit, which is kind of nice. I know I say it all the time. I am extremely blessed. Not only to have this life, but also, crazy thing is I've got 132 followers. Now I know there's people who've got millions, hundreds of thousands, and all that stuff, and good for them. But I am extremely thankful and humbled and feel blessed that there's 132 people who felt like our farm and this life was important enough for them to subscribe and watch. So, you know, I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate you watching, you subscribing, sharing, and hopefully you just get entertained. Hopefully the hijinks of the farm keep you entertained. And anyway, that was very long-winded, so I'm going to end it here. Be blessed and be a blessing. Thanks for watching. And they'll go to where that reel is. Ooh, there we go. We'll go to they'll have where that is. Wow, words. I'm going to shut this fence off right here. Right. Where's that? There it is. I'm going to shut this fence off so I don't get shocked. Oh, you know what? Ooh. I got good cows. Nah. When I moved them last night, I forgot to turn the fence back on, so it hadn't been on. Good thing that they didn't know. Oh, bless me.